Season 3 of The Wheel of Time is a season that we're immensely proud of. We have wanted to grow this show season by season. We delivered a season 2 that was better than season 1, which is always the hope. You know, it's disappointing if your season 2 is leaves people feeling that you kind of fell off the cliff a bit. And I think we really solidified what we'd done in season 1, and season 3 is maybe 4 times as good as our last one. It's something I'm really, really proud of. We've intensified all the relationships. We've intensified the jeopardy. We know that the seat of power in the White Tower is crumbling. You know, we know that from very early on, that some institution that we thought was sacrosanct has a mutiny at its core. And, you know, if the most stable thing in the world seems to be crumbling, then where on earth is the world going? Moraine is still banished from the White Tower, but she has, of course, you know, found the Dragon Reborn, as she knew it was round at the end of season 1. But now the world knows who the Dragon Reborn is, and news is spreading fast. There are other people who want to take control of him, who want to influence him, who want to guide him, who want to control him, who want to perhaps kill him. And that is what Moraine is up against as she continues to try and fulfill her mission, which is to deliver him to the last battle and prepare him for it. But that is becoming more problematic because Rand is gaining agency. He is answering back to her. He's reading the prophecies. He's looking to kind of make his own decisions. He needs to. He doesn't want to feel like a puppet on a string, which is something he's mentioned before. And while Moraine wants him to go to Tyr and take Callandor, which is a sword which can only be taken and removed from its stone by the Dragon Reborn, the Chosen One, Rand wants to go against what Moraine wants and go to the Aiel Waste, which is where he knows that his people come from. And so a lot of our season is set in the Aiel Waste, which is a very forbidding, dangerous terrain with a people, the Aiel, who are very hostile, who are very suspicious of outsiders, who don't welcome outsiders, who have a very, very closed community of ruthless, highly trained killers. But within that, they have a very spiritual dimension as well. And they have elders, these women, the wise ones, who are very akin to the Aes Sedai. So Moraine does travel with Rand and also Egwene into the Aiel Waste, and they have just a kind of life-changing journey there together. I have immersed myself in the Wheel of Time in the last 5 years since first signing on to play Moraine Damodred in March of 2019. My knowledge of Robert Jordan's world has deepened. I've read 4 books on audiobook, which has consumed hundreds and hundreds of hours of time of prepping them, of creating voices for all the characters, trying to represent the characters who appear in our show as authentically as I can in relation to the actors who play them. You know, hundreds of hours of recording time, as well as, you know, developing the show, thinking of casting ideas, thinking how we can keep being bold in our choices of cast members, who is going to be most exciting for the fans, you know, working on Moraine's skill sets, whether that's her movement when it comes to channeling or riding or any of the things she needs to do. So, you know, she has a brief moment with her knife fight with the Fade, but I think with anything with fantasy, it's making a world that is so different from ours feel incredibly relatable. And that's our job, to make these big statements, these dangers that don't relate to our world feel relatable. So I remember, you know, in season 1, I had to say that the Dark One was starting to move Trollocs through the ways. Now, that is something that means nothing to people who don't know anything about the Wheel of Time, but the stakes have got to feel like, you know, North Korea is making moves that they are going to deploy the atomic bomb. You know, you have to find something in our life that relates, that is something that we can relate and makes you understand what the stakes are. And then when you deliver those lines, they carry meaning and weight and an intensity that feels real.